Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English. Today we are getting into the future tense with using going to and will to create a future tense. Um, as I always point out, it really helps us if you like and subscribe to the videos. And I challenge you to find one other person that is learning English that could benefit from these videos and share the video with them. So that would really help me out. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. Future tense with going to. Going to. Here's how it works. You add the subject, you add is or are, you add going to, and then the base verb. We've talked about that. Like walk is the base verb of to walk. To walk is the infinitive version. The base verb is walk. So let's look at how this works. I am going to buy a new car. Subject, I. Is are, sorry, I realized that I just messed this up. Am. All right, so is, are, or am. Okay, I, subject, is, are, am, going to, base verb, buy. Now, buy requires an object. What is that object? A new car. I am going to buy a new car. This is, are, or am is chosen right here. If you're saying I, you use am. He, she, or it is. All others are. We, they. Actually, you, we, they. We'll just make it plain. You, we, they is are. He is going to start a new job. He is going to start a new job. Subject is going to start. What's he starting? A new job. So how do we make this into a question? We just switch is and he. We switch the subject and the is, are, or am. So is he going to start a new job? Is he going to start a new job? Well, yes, he is. He's going to start next week. That's a yes or no question. What do we do? What do we add if we want it to be an open question? That's not just a yes or no. Remember, we add one of the W words, right? When is he going to start a new job? When is he going to start a new job? Oh, he's going to start next week. I'm not saying yes or no to that, right? How is he going to start a new job? Well, that's a weird question. How? He got the job. They offered the job to him, so he will start next week. That's how. If someone asked how. Yeah. Is he going to start a new job? So going to, why do we use going to? I'm going to show you how to use will as well. There's not a great reason for this. Going to does separate it from the person a little bit. It's not about my will. Will actually means my desire and decision to do something. That's my will. There's a song by Leonard Cohen, If It Be Your Will. Look it up. It's a great song. And that's talking about God's will. God's will. What God wills, that will happen. Okay? But going to kind of separates it a little bit, that this is going to happen. It makes it a little bit more passive. But in regular English, we mix these up a lot. Okay? Going to is generally used for predictions based on current evidence. I'm going to buy a new car. I'm going to do that. I have evidence that I'm going to do it. He is going to start a new job. How do I know? He told me. It kind of is used for this, predictions based on what you know is going to happen. But sometimes we use will for that. So we'll use both, and you'll have to watch for context of when we use will, when we use is going to. Okay? It is used for predictions on current evidence like this. It is going to snow. Look at the clouds. It is going to snow. Look at the clouds. So I've got evidence from looking at the clouds that it looks like it's going to snow. I'll say it is going to snow. Look at the clouds. You can also add think. If it's just your opinion, I think it is going to snow. I think it is going to snow. Look at the clouds. I think it's going to snow. Think makes it a little bit less certain. It's more your opinion, okay? If you just say it's going to snow, that is more definite. It's going to snow. I think I'll go to the movies this afternoon. You say that to your mom or dad and they go, no, you're not. You're going to study. You know, okay, I'm going to study. All right. If it's a state verb, remember there's action verbs like go, walk, break, think. Then there's state verbs like to be. Okay, how do we use that? If it's a state verb, you add the base verb be. So is she going to be there? Be is the verb, but it's more about her presence, right? She's not being. She's not being something. I'm going to be this coffee cup over there. That's not right. It's a state verb. It means she's just going to be something. She is. So you add be. She's going to be happy. Be happy. She's going to be sad. These are states of being. Okay? And notice that I asked a question here. Is she going to be there? She is going to be there. All right, moving on to will. Will and going to, we kind of use them interchangeably, but I want to teach you in general why we use will. To make a prediction. I think he will be here soon. I think he, and we usually contract this. I think he'll be here soon. I think he'll be here soon. Or he'll be here soon. He'll be here soon. Hey, when's he going to show up? He'll be here soon. You can also say he is going to be here soon. Okay? But this makes it more definite when you use will. He'll be here soon. To offer to do something. Oh, you look hungry. I'll make you a sandwich. I'll make you a sandwich. It's more definite. I'm going to do this for you. Or you're kind of offering it to, they can say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But you're either saying what you're going to do or you're offering. You can also say, I'm going to make you a sandwich. I'm going to make you a sandwich. I'm going to make you a sandwich. We say that a lot in the US. It also kind of means the same thing, but again, going to it separates it from you a little bit. It's a little bit more passive. It's what's going to happen. It's not about I will it to happen. Okay, so watch for this context. To make a promise. Someone comes up to you, are you going to be there on time? I really need you there on time. And you say, I'll be there on time. Don't worry. Notice I contracted it. I will be there. I'll be there on time. You're emphasizing be in this. I'll be there on time. But if you really want to emphasize, you state out, I will be there on time. I will be there on time. So if you need to emphasize will, you have to not contract it. I will be there on time. But usually we just say, I'll be there on time. Don't worry. Okay? To express a decision that you just made. Oh, what should I do for that girl or boy I like in school? I've got it. I'll buy them flowers. So you just made a quick decision. I'll buy them flowers. If you've kind of decided beforehand or recently, then you say, I'm going to. You just explain, I'm going to. But if it's a decision you just made, we do use will more. I'll buy her flowers. I've got it. I'll buy her flowers. Or I'll buy him flowers. How do you make a negative out of this? I will not do it. And we contract this to won't. I won't do it. I won't do it. If you really want to emphasize, I will not do it. I will not do it. But usually say, I won't do it. I won't. Sometimes we just say, I won't. No, I won't. He won't like it. He won't like that. Oh, I bought something for your brother. Oh, he won't like that. He won't like that. Okay, so that's how to add the negative. How do we add the negative to going to? I am not going to. And what do? We contract it, right? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. This is less forceful. I won't do it. I won't. That's very forceful. I'm not going to do it. This is, again, more passive. I'm not going to do it. It's not so forceful. Think with will. We already saw think with going to. I think that I will pick up a pizza for dinner. This is how we would usually say it. We wouldn't use that, and we would contract this. I think I'll pick up pizza for dinner. And if you want to sound like an American in general, you'll say I'll. I think I'll pick that up for dinner. Because it's quicker than going I'll. The I is a diphthong. It moves from one vowel to another. So when we're speaking fast, we cut it off and we just use the first part, I'll. And if you're in the South, you really do it. I'll. Yeah. So this is kind of how we say it. I think I will pick up a pizza for dinner. This is an opinion. It's not a final decision. If you make a final decision, you will do it. I'll pick up a pizza for dinner. I will pick up a pizza for dinner. I'm picking up a pizza for dinner. If you're really sure, you say, I'm picking up a pizza for dinner. I am picking up. And that's in the a pizza for dinner. And that's in the present continuous. I'm picking up a pizza for dinner. That's a definite plan. I'll pick up a pizza for dinner, or I'm going to pick up a pizza for dinner. Do you see the different constructions there? Listen out. Listen to English. Listen to watch shows, and listen for when they use going to and use will, or when they say I'm picking up a pizza. I'm doing this. Okay, shall or should for the future. Now we're stepping away from will or will and going to, and we're using shall or should. These are used, the reason we're saying this at the same time is shall is a form of will. Shall is very formal. Shall I do this for you? That's more formal. We usually say should. Should. Should we study or should we go to the movies? Should we study or should we go to the movies? I'm asking a question. And should isn't like it's giving a proposition, but also it's about if it is good for us to do that. If it's allowed for us to do that. Is it moral for us to do that? This is kind of what should means. Should we study or should we go to the movies? The answer, we should study. Come on, we have a test tomorrow. It's not going to help to go to the movies. We can also, if we're formal, shall we study or shall we go to the movies? If you say that to your friend's like, what are you, like the King of England? What's this shall stuff? We would say should. Also asking for permission or kind of suggestions. Should I turn on the fan? Should I turn on the fan? Are you hot? Should I turn on the fan? You look hot. Should I turn on the fan? This is a little bit softer and more direct of a question than I'll turn on the fan. I'll turn on the fan like we did up here. I'll make you a sandwich. Say, should I turn on a fan? Okay. So this goes through the beginning of future tense. I hope this is useful to you. Make sure to like and subscribe and suggest this to a friend that you think would like this. And go on Facebook at RJK English and ask me any questions you have, and we can talk about it further. All right? See you later.